Hi everyone, I have now completed this other set of pink flowers and these pink flowers as well, and so I am going to move on to the last sort of section that I thought I would do on this video. Whoops, we've got a few bits of eraser there. These flowers here. Now I haven't done any more of the greenery because I thought I might show you. I know I sort of spoke about how I would do it, but I thought it might be useful to show you. But we'll see, because these flowers are actually quite small. So in we go. That's it. And I thought we would do this one. And then I can do some of the greenery with you. Because all the flowers are going to be the same, then I don't think it's going to need a lot of time. And we can spend a bit of time doing the green. So I picked these three pinks, so they're a bit more intense. So we've got the, oh, we've used that one, I think, the Grenadine Light. Maybe we haven't. The Grenadine Light, the Cherry Pink, and the Juniper Pink. So we've got these three different shades. I'm going to start with the darkest, which is the Juniper Pink. And we will use that on the centre. What I'm going to do with this one is probably just fade it out towards the end of each petal. So I'm just going to treat it as a one whole thing, not going to do it petal by petal. So you can see I put quite a deep layer all around, and then I'm just going to fade that slowly out. I'm going to ignore these round bits because they only occur on two of the petals. It confuses me a little bit. So I'm just going to leave them. You don't have to, you can do something different with them if you want to. But as you can see, I'm pressing lighter and lighter as I go out from the middle. I'm just going to go back around that centre bit a little bit more. Okay. And then we're going to move to the Cherry Pink. Oh, you can't see very well. I'm not going to go right to the centre with this. I'm going to, where I significantly started fading, I'm going to go over there with it. I haven't really thought about what I'm going to do in the centre of this one. I think we may just do it a darker pink, maybe what Castle call the purple. So you've gone almost to the end, and then I'm going to just use the Grenadine Light for the last little part. I'm going to try and press fairly lightly because I do want to see that there's a graduation of colour from dark to light. Hopefully you can see that. I can't zoom in massively, so we're going to get a blurred effect. So we'll just have to hope that you can see. I will. Don't know where we came from. I'm here on my own. I get rather used to being on my own in the house, working from home, and everyone out and about. I rather like it, I have to say. I do enjoy everyone being here. I'm going to go back over with the Juniper Pink to try to just emphasise that central area. It doesn't really look to me like it's darker. But I think if I go back over it and just extend that colour out a little bit, we'll begin to see that graduation a little bit better. And now I'm going to go back in with the cherry. I don't know if you can see that. And just take that colour out. Now I think like we did on this one, we might be better off not putting another layer of pink right on the tip because it might just make it too dark. I'm not sure I want to go in with the white this time, so I think I'm just going to use the blending pencil, the Prismacolor Colours blender, and just go over that a little bit, and it will help the colour to mix in better without making it too dark on the tips. Although I'm looking at that, it's looking too dark. I am gonna go in with the white luminance like we did last time because I feel that is looking a little too dark. And because this is a good quality white, it will actually write on top of a darker colour and blend in with it. Whereas I find that with some other whites like the Castle White, the Polychromos White, the Ergosoft White, they really do nothing once you've laid down a dark colour. They probably work well on a black paper. There we go. Now I need to think about the centre. As I said, I think I'm thinking purple. Got this purple. I'm going to do that in the middle. It might look a little dark, but I'm going to put down the purple and then I'm going to go over the top in the Juniper Pink, just to sort of blend it in and make it look more similar to the colour we've got going on already. There we go. That's quite simple, isn't it? Okay, so that's that. I'm just putting those aside so I can remember what I've been using for the list of pencils used. We'll do a little bit of this green. What I'm going to do is actually start not with the black or the Viridian. I'm just going to start with the Phthalo Green, okay, and show you a few areas. So with this bit, I rather like it looking so it's darker on the outside and a little bit lighter towards the middle. So I'm just putting a few more layers on the outside, and with the stem I want it darker just under this cupped part. I'm trying to get some and then lighter there, and I haven't finished that, but that's what I'm going to do on all of these. I can just show you the same thing, so darker here and underneath and leave a lighter centre, and the same here. I'm pressing a bit too hard there, and this is a teeny tiny. Oh, we've got these as well. It's quite interesting. Johanna's drawn these little empty cups as if some of the flowers have gone over and fallen off, which is very unrealistic. So then we go in with the Fallow Green Light to fill in the little gaps. So just take that stem down. Don't press too hard or else it might look too similar to, it might just disappear, it might just look like it's one colour. But just get rid of some of that paper. There we are, simple. You can see it actually looks quite different to that, but you can see it's the same sort of tones of green. Okay, now for the stalks, I'm going to do a similar thing. So for all of these stalks or stems, I'm just going to use, this is the Phthalo Green. Sorry, I should have showed you. And I'm going to use it at each end and then reduce the pressure as I go up or down to give us a less intense amount of colour. And here we'll go around the edge just like we did with the other one, and leave a little bit of a gap in the middle. Now with each of these leaves, I think I might keep this all light in this area just because that's how we've started. So I may just use this towards the tip on all of them. Going a little bit fast. Don't know why, because I can. Now I had been thinking about a background for this page. I had this idea. I share my idea with you, but I'm not going to do it. I had thought we're just going to go, this is the Phthalo Green Light. We're just going to go over all the areas where we faded. So we're not going to press massively hard, but we're just going to get some green in those spaces. I had thought that orange goes really well with purple. And so I could do an orangey yellow background, really dark orange around the outside of the ring here, and then graduate it down until yellow in the centre. But as much as I liked the idea for quite a while and thought about it, while I was colouring other parts of the page, I realised that we've actually got pink as well. And I'm not sure about pink and orange and yellow and how well they work. I've seen some pictures of pink and orange and yellow and they're absolutely amazing, but I think you need to have exactly the right shades. Okay, so we've done that, and we have down here, these flowers are the same as these. We're going to colour them in the same way, so I think these leaves should be the same. So I'm just going to do those quickly. I will have to zoom out a tad because I can't push my book any further up into shot because my tripod is in the way. Actually, there's a few pencils there as well. They're getting in my way. I've had to sort of organise my pencil. Well, I say organise, it's a right mess. But just so I remember what I'm using for what, so that I can make the right notes on the video. I know some of you like looking at the pencil names and getting yourself well organised. So this is the Fallow Green Light to finish off this. So I'm putting a few more layers down here, and then I'll do less as we go towards the tip of the leaf. It's really simple. Just to keep it the same as that one. And the only other leaves we've got are these. And I'm not sure, I was thinking because we've got this sort of bit in the centre on each of them, we've also got a folded over bit. I was thinking, how am I going to do that? But actually, I rather like these, and I'm thinking I might keep it quite similar. Now I am going to start with the Viridian this time to make them a little bit darker. And I am going to start darker at the bottom, and I'm actually going to ignore this drawing part. It will just show through the layers of green. There won't be enough layers to hide it. So I'm going darker to see along the petal and the leaf. I want that to be our darkest bit. So I'm going to layer that up a little bit more and then fade it up the leaf a little bit. There we go. Yeah. And then with this leaf we want our darkest bit along the edge of the petal. And this will hopefully give us a sort of slightly three-dimensional look, which is what I like. So background, instead of the sort of orange to yellow idea, I had thought I might just copy this page and have a go at it and see if it works, which I'm still toying with that idea. If it goes horribly wrong, well, either way I'll throw away the copy, because it's not, we shouldn't be photocopying Johanna's books and using the copies, but it would just be a quick experiment and then I would chuck it. So we're doing we want the Phthalo Green next, not the Phthalo Green Light. Okay, so going all the way over this darker area, not right into that groove because we want that to be our darkest part, but taking it up to the tip like that. Same here, we're gonna, my printer's just making a noise, I don't know if you heard it. After a while it sort of shuts itself down. I printed my shopping list, it was jolly exciting. My husband goes shopping most of the time now because we try to shop with just one of us in the shop. I don't like driving, so he drives and goes in. But he gets a bit nervous about shopping. He can't read the writing on the shopping list, etc. So I type it for him. But I think I'm going to go in this week. Now we're using the Fallow Green Light, and I'm just going to go over the whole thing really, and I suspect we're going to need a few more layers of colour or a little bit of tweaking, but we'll it's got a very distracting bit of wood on there. There we go. I do find sometimes when these sharpen they leave a little strip of wood. It's nothing that worries me too much. I just took it off because I thought it might annoy you. I don't mind. So yes, I'll probably go in. But yeah, I have a problem where I've got a frozen shoulder still at the minute. I've had it, yeah, in a year now, I guess. And when I'm pushing a heavy trolley, it plays up a little bit. But so that's another problem with shopping. But anyway, sometimes I just have to go in and make sure I get the things I want, because as I say, it gets himself in a right state of panic if they don't have the item I want. He doesn't know what to do, and he can't, the mobile phone signal in the supermarket we use is rubbish, so he can't phone me, so he doesn't know what to do. And he has before bought something and it's been wrong, and so he's scared of buying things in case they're wrong. Gets himself all worried because he doesn't cook for me and the children. I cook, he cooks for himself because he doesn't like the food that I cook. So he cooks for himself and I cook for me and the children, so he doesn't know how I'm using a particular item, so what would replace it. Okay, so I'm going to back in with the Viridian. I'm going to do another layer because for me that's a little bit messy. You could use a blender at this point, but I think it needs a little bit more colour. I just want a bit more intensity. But, you know, as I say, it's up to you. You could use a blender. You could try the blender and see if it gives you the effect you want, and if it doesn't, then go back in with some more colour. always an option. So yeah, I might toy with the idea of a background. Right, back to the Phthalo Green. But I think I would be very happy with just a silver pen, a silver metallic gel pen, Posca pen, that sort of thing. I think that would make a really pretty background. It's quite seasonal, and works very well with all these cold colours that we've got on here. So that's one idea. Could also do greys. If you don't have silver, you could do greys. Grey background can look quite nice, and some people don't use their greys very much, so it's quite an opportunity to use a grey. Just I've sort of ignored this overturned bit of leaf, I forgot about it. Often if it's turned over like that, I might do it a little bit greyish. Fallow Green Light. It's not, wouldn't work with this set of colours though. Sorry, I'm not, you can't see what I'm doing. Just going over the tips really. I'm running out of things to say. I'm actually getting a little hungry. It's lunchtime for me very soon. So I shall probably finish in a moment and go and get some lunch and then finish off the rest of the picture for a photo. I am going to blend that though, I'm not happy. I think I'm going to put some black in first. Remember we put some black into here, into these. I'm going to do the same on these. So I've got my Ivory Black in my hand, which you can't see. And I'm just going to go right into that edge there with a little bit of black down here too, and then along this edge where the leaves overlap, up here and up there, there we go. And then I'm going to blend. So I've got my colourless blender, I'm just going to scribble it. It's got pink on the end at the minute from doing, there we go. So it's just the Prisma colourless blender, and I shall just run it over here and try and just make it look a little bit neater. It can feel like a bit of a chore, but on a small space it doesn't take too long. Doing on a background, yeah, it takes some time. But this is a small book anyway, so. Only problem I often have is that I blend it outside the lines. But let's sweep that off. Let's have a look. Let's zoom out. I know I haven't finished, but let's have a little zoom out and have a look. There we go. It's coming along, isn't it? So we've only got those flowers to do. I'm actually not very happy with this flower centre. I don't like the colour at all. I'm going to go in darker, I've decided. I'm going to go in with the Purple Lake Deep. Here's the Purple Lake Deep. I just think it needs something a little bit darker in there. I think that's better. I'm happy with that. You don't have to do that, but I'm much happier using that. So I should have to try and remember what I used, because I used a mix of colours for that now. But anyway, that's that. I shall end with a finished picture of the whole thing. I probably won't have a background there for you. I'm still trying to think about what I might do. If I come up with a brainwave and something hits me, I shall do a video, but I doubt I will. I really doubt it. I think that'll probably be it. I'll probably leave it white, because I think white can be really good in that it makes everything just jump off the page. But an idea for you, so it's just come to me, is maybe extend this edge so it's a little bit thicker, perhaps with a thicker black pen, so that it sort of frames it better. So the white in here looks a little bit different to the white out here, maybe, or maybe do some pastel around the edge, so we've got white here and a pinky purple edge. I don't think I'm going to do that. Just a few ideas for you in case you do want to go. But anyway, that's me. I'm going to stop waffling on and leave you to get finished, and I shall finish myself, and I shall pop a little picture at the end of all the finished flowers. I hope you've enjoyed this little section of videos. I've had a lot of fun today doing this, so I hope you have too. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all your support as well, and happy colouring.